We're gonna kick this thing off one way or another, right? Let the room fill up. It's your brother. About another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but keep it cool for you guys, right? We're live. We're lit. Game plan, game action. Yeah. Everybody, it's gonna get real. It's gonna get real this game. Gotta stay focused, right? Salute. Barry B in the house, my brother. Kingdom Boat, the legend. LT Productions, right? I like that. Lazy. D Will, D Dub in the house. Chase. Winter. Stars up, Cowboys. Yeah, we got to get it right, guys. Got to get it right. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But remember, you're waiting on nothing but the best. Long Beach, Cali. That's what I'm talking about. West Side. What's up? Massive G. Let's get this thing rolling one way or another, right? Hope we win. Nah, we gonna win, right? Gotta get this thing flowing, right? But we got enough people in our show to get things going, right? The aspect of the game, we got to stay focused, right? Got to put our minds together, get these things going in the right directions. The thing is, the problem is I have yet to do any film study on the last week game. I promised you guys that I'll do Orlando Scandrick, but I was not able to get things going for that. And not even Tyron Crawford, but I do have a few free time now, you know, that we probably can go over a few things of what we need to do. As far as this next game, we got Zeke back in the fold, right? On again, off again, off again, on again scenario, that saga or whatever you call it, it's just crazy to me. Either the kids should play, I think in the next collective bargain agreement, CBA, they need to figure out something whereas any situation like this, once the season starts, it must cease and desist, however you call it, and cease and destroy it until the next season. And only the on again, off again situation scenario should happen on the off season, because this is starting to look crazy, you know. But Barry B, I'm not full effect yet, man. I'm trying to put things together, so it's still one of those scenarios where I'm piecing things together inch by inch. But neither here nor there. Salute to everybody who's in the chat box. Thank you guys for following the channel and supporting the channel, the Law Nations network, and the film studies, the things that we do, the intangibles, right? The things that we just can't see. Shout out to Mike too as well. Thank you for being in the house. I can't wait. My guy Mark Holmes hit me up. We got a lot of things that's going to be in the fire. Hopefully I can be out there doing the tailgates of the Philadelphia Eagles game when they come to Dallas. So we trying to work out some things there, so you guys stay tuned to that. Cowboys wins 31-21. That's from Anthony Donaldson. Hey, that will be nice. You're 31-21. Salute to you. If we win 31-21, I will try to reach out to you and try to give you something, you know, as far as a reward or something like that. But how are you feeling about Jordan Lewis possible of being the defensive rookie of the year? That's from TMF the King, right? He just need about 2 more picks, right? You know, then I'll feel better. 38-25 Dog Kingdom. Or was it Doggy? Yeah, salute. I don't know, man. But back to Jordan Lewis. If he can win Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, that would be a plus. But he need to show up a little bit more. He's doing his deal out there, but I want to see him get a little bit more takeaways. He's doing his job. He's solid right now. Solid, you know. Is he doing a better job than what Anthony Brown was doing last year? I don't know. One can argue and say nah, you know. But we'll see. You know, let this week let it get to like week 12 after Thanksgiving, right? Or week 13. Yeah, score predictions, everything, right? The name of the game is to punch him in the mouth, score first, have Alex Smith to play behind, and we'll be able to get things going in the right direction that way. Zeke should serve his suspension, and let's be honest, he's not looking good this year. That's from Silver GT. Now, 3 weeks ago, I agree with you, but these last 3 weeks, man, Zeke been running even in the loss with the Green Bay. You know, he been doing his thing. You know, he's running the rock, he's toting the rock, he's getting back in his shape. What happened with Zeke, in my opinion, is that he played his way into shape, right? You know, so he looks good right now. You know, defensive rookie of the year or defensive player of the year is Tank. I can agree. That's from my guy Cowboy Gamer 101. Go follow his channel, guys. Sarah, salute to you, baby. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, and everything is good over here. Odin, if we win and get Awuzie back in, that could make up our D maybe a little bit much better. That's what he's saying. We have a nasty D line and a linebacking core that's alright. It's alright, baby. Yeah, you know, David, the thing is that Sean Lee is the weapon X for us on this defense, right? I don't think that they're gonna put up 40 points or 35 points if we have Sean Lee in the mix. You know, he's gonna put everybody in the right position, right spot on the field. I think that his temperament out there of leading the troop will be okay. Now, as far as Awuzie, I call him Morris Awuzie right now, or Cheeto Claiborne, however you want to call it, because these injuries, man. He got to figure out how to get these soft tissues together. And it's just not the training staff or the nutrition staff that can get those things. He should know his body by now. You know, he should know it. You know, but I digress. These soft tissue issues, he got to figure out a way to get out there on the field. He losing out on reps. Let me see. D-Law needs to rattle Alex Smith. Alex Smith is poised. This is from Chris Jada. I think that's how you say your name. But the thing is with that, Chris, Alex Smith, he don't make that many mistakes, you know. So he's like a older Dak Prescott. Basically, he's gonna play. He's gonna play whatever the coaches tell him to play. He's not gonna audible out too many plays. He's very precise in his reads, his progression. You can try to blitz him, you can try to rattle him, but he don't get rattled that quick. He get elusive, he can escape out of the pocket. So really the matchup is gonna be who's gonna be the weak side linebacker, who's gonna spy on Alex Smith. Will that weak side or even the strong side, or is this gonna be a toss up between those two linebackers? And of course, you're gonna rely on Sean Lee to follow and trail the tailback out of the backfield. So this game solely sits on the shoulders of our linebacking core. If you can contain Alex Smith, and if you can have a way to stop the running game, make them one-dimensional, and have them forcing them to pass the ball to the tight end, then yes, you know, I would rather forward, believe it or not, Travis Kelce to try to beat us, you know, and that's the thing. That's the poison. That's the coin that you have to figure out which side of the coin. Would you rather have the running back to destroy you, or would you rather have the Travis Kelce kid to destroy you? So I would rather for the tight end to get out and trust Byron Jones. Byron Jones need to have a big game, guys. Byron Jones and the other safety, whether it be the Awuzie stepping into the mix or stepping into the fray, or whether it be the other kid, Jordan Lewis, handling his business on the outside. Deion Sanders said, do you think that we need to blitz more, basically, in so many words? It's one of those things where it's a cover 2 scheme. Guys just need to be in a position, because you want them to bend but don't break scenario, meaning that if the front four is having a hell of a game, then it's a good game altogether. You know, if the front four can just get out, be explosive, get sacks, get pressure, then those are things that we need to have out there in the field playing this Tampa 2. cover 2 and sometimes cover 1 in schemes that the defensive coach like to do. So that's what it is. And you said Jay Cena said he likes turtles. Well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Tyreek Hill is dangerous on special teams. Yeah, Boomer Sooner. You're right. We need to figure out a way. If you can win the 2 of the 3 phases of the game, if we can stop them from getting special team plays, and if we can stop them from being explosive on the running back side, then we're winning. Any information on Rico Gathers, I don't think he's going to start this game. I don't think that they're probably preserving him to after Thanksgiving, basically. Short with the shoddy. Salute to you, Fry. Salute to you. Amazing TV. Shout out to you, man. J Farm, D. Swiss runs a 4.5. Lucky ran a 4.2. Yeah. The thing is, with Ryan Switzer, he's a quick guy. He's not fast. Lucky Whitehead is a fast guy, but not quick. So you can see, Lucky has blazing speed. There's no shot of it, no doubt in my mind that that 4.29 or 4.3 sub 4.43 speed is missing on his team to get out to the edges to make teams play honest when they try to attack and get upfield with the ball. So Ryan Switzer, he's 4.5 guy. He's fast, he's quick, but he's not super fast, basically. And that's just the difference there when you look at the team collectively from this year opposed to last year when you're looking at the special team play. Now, Lucky Whitehead, as far as catching the ball and running routes, Switz is better in that aspect of it. But this is Switz's first year, so hopefully next year we can look for something for Switz. But him taking one to the house, I thought his speed would transition from college to the pros, but it didn't, So back to the drawing boards. We need a fast. I'm talking about absolutely burner on our team. And we've been needing that for the last 10 years. The last guy we had that was like that outside of the Lucky Whiteheads of the world, so just pretty much was Rocket Ismail, or the Rocket, is however you want to call it. Terry Glenn was fast, but he wasn't the guy that was doing kickoff returns and things of that nature. But he could take the top off the defense, and we saw that when not rookie Romo, but early phases of Romo when he had Terry Glenn. But even Kelsey is faster than Dez. That's from Jay. I mean, yeah, you can argue and lament that straight line speed. Kelsey is one of the faster tight ends in the league. So, and Dez, he done lost about a step and a half. So it's one of those things. Is this one of those things that we gonna have to figure out next season? We have to groom a receiver, because even Noah Brown, he's not that blazing guy. He's a possession type of receiver. I don't think he run the best routes, basically. Ron Smith on punt returns would be beneficial. That's from Chase. Low key, Rod Smith do have a little speed, but he's not that twitch, turn, go, get upfield type of speed guy. So, and then you saw on the play that he broke one for 40. He got caught from behind. He's a big dude though. So remember Austin, wide receiver, he was okay. See, Austin had those bad hamstrings, or hammies were kind of bad. So that's the problem is with these nutrition aspect. Like even Butler is fast. Bryce Butler probably be one of the faster guys on the team. Even T. Will fast. And I think that T. Will is something going on with him. I think his ankle is still hurt, not broken, but sprung or whatever. T. Will needs to step up this game. I want to see T. Will. It's a home game. It's turf. He should show up. I'm waiting for this T. Will to at least score a touchdown, baby. Got to do something. Dez maybe past his prime. We got the best of him already. We already see from the him being an average football player. That's from Barry B. It's one of those things, man. If Dez balls out this game, it'll be like, okay, well, do you keep him around for a little longer, you know? But the footsteps should be loud on him. You know, he should figure out a way to say, hey, you know, my game collectively is not what it used to be 3 years ago. You know, that's just the bottom line. Is it the Romo factor that Romo is not there, and Dez had the misfortunes of playing with subpar quarterbacks like the Brandon Whedons of the world and Matt Castles and the other kid, the Kellen Moore, you know, the last 3 years, and then the on again, off again with Romo being injured and not being injured. Last time Dez looked like Dez was 2014, right? You know, so I mean, if you look at it from Dak Prescott aspect of it, I'm more inclined of seeing Dak Prescott not having the guy like a Dez on his team. I would like to see him, you know, this is just me personally. I'm not saying that Dez is cancer to Dak Prescott, but I would rather for Dak Prescott to not have like a Dez on his team. Sue me, call me, send me hate mail, do whatever you need to do, but that's just my personal opinion. I mean, it's just one of those things. Just Tom Brady really never really had a Dez type of receiver outside of Randy Moss, and I'm not calling Dak Prescott Tom Brady. No, I'm not saying that, but I would rather for Dak Prescott to win, not force feeding a ball to Dez. You know, do you think a defense can stop or Alex Smith and KC offense? Basically, ever run Smith saying, do you think the Dallas Cowboys defense can stop Alex Smith? I think so. You know, it's very plausible. It's just that whoever make the first mistake first, basically, you know, the big first mistake, you know, just have the better chance of winning. And I think that their run defense is subpar. You know, I don't think that their Kansas City game plan, as far as their defensive package, is going to be able to stop Dak Prescott, number 21 Zeke, and even old man Ritt. You know, I just don't really see they missing the key element on their team, Eric Berry. So if Dez, this is from Lazy Production, if Dez play with Rodgers or Brady, numbers change, and I'm gonna be as a big Dak. I'm a big Dak fan. Yeah, the thing is, and that's true. But if you look at Rodgers' offensive packages and Tom Brady offensive packages, what are they? They're a pass first team. They're not a run first grinding type of team. So of course, and then they're experienced quarterback, 10+ years in the league, you know. So of course his numbers are going to be just nice, you know. But that second year run first offense, you're not going to get the numbers that support that he's like this 17 million to 18 million a year type of receiver. I mean, could we still get you talking about production from a collective aspect? Could we have the same productions if we had maybe, let me see, just throw out any receiver, number one receiver out there from another team? I mean, we could probably still have the same type of quote unquote production, because his production factor is not going to be that much of a difference from what he's doing. You know, of course, they'll bracket it, they'll cover, they'll put a roll coverage over there on him, but the teams are more worried about number 21 versus number 88. But neither here nor there. Pretty much like, for example, if we was to flip our receivers from Kansas City to Dallas minus Tyreek Hill, then we would still have quote unquote probably the same type of production. But Cowboys need Williams and Butler to get run after catch. Cowboys one of the worst in rack. That's from Eric Olsen. You right, you know, those two guys, these hit and miss type of plays that they do, they need to figure out a way to get open and catch the ball and run, maybe get to the touchdown. Looking at the production between number 19 and number 83, number 19 is having a better year, you know, and that's just the bottom line with that. Cowboys are going to win, Law Nation. I believe in our Cowboys. Yes, you know. Why do we use Bryce Butler down the field? I guess that, you know, far as from a production piece, the way Dak Prescott do his reads, he reads from low to high. He don't read high to low. So he's looking for the intermediate, smaller routes first, and then he looks down the field. So that's one of the things. That's just how he progresses. That's how he read through his progressions. He don't read all the way out first. He don't read to the furthest receiver on their top end of the route and then progress and read down. He reads from the bottom. Like he reads. If you look at Dak Prescott footwork and look at his progression, he would read his reads from the flat route to intermediate and then far. If you look at Tom Brady's of the worlds, and if you look at, let's say, Tony Romo, right? He reads from his furthest out portion. He already know where his flats. He already know where his heights and zones are, and then he will pass the ball. So just two different type of temperament of quarterbacks, you know, and that's come from from where you know what you practice on the off season, how you get into your rhythm. Those things all come into play. And guess what? Alex Smith, he reads from the bottom end of his playbook or from his route tree into the top. He may highlight his high reads, and he may look at the defense and see what they're giving him. But he's going to take the flats and the small intermediate routes first. You know, that's just how both of these quarterbacks play. You know, T. Williams need stop doing those body catching. Law Nation, what do you think? From Ron Smith, it's, yeah, you know, in certain scenarios you want to catch the ball with your body, and then other scenarios you want to catch the ball with your hands, you know. So I really think that T. Will just didn't progress through the offseason in his catching mechanics. So hopefully this game will be the game for him. It's indoors. You know, he should be running faster now, you know, because he's a turf type of runner. And hopefully, you know, he'll step it up this game. If not, then we got him for another 2 years. I think that's his contract outlays, and we're just going to be looking at the same scenario, because Cowboys don't play around in free agency as much, and we don't do a lot of big name trades. So it looks like, you know, Coach Garrett love his guys and he respect his guys, and that's what it's going to look like, you know, for the next 2 years with T. Will body catching. Don't diss Daz. He is a beast. He's the best receiver in the game. Dak don't force balls that way. That's why his numbers dropped. That's from TMF the King. The thing is, like I said, Daz he's a good receiver. I'm not calling him average. I'm not calling him a bum. It's just the fact that this is an offense team that's a run first team, you know, and when it gets to around forcing the ball to him, Dak is not the best quarterback in forcing him the ball, you know, whether it's too high and out, or whether the ball be too low, or whether or not Dez and Dak is not on the same page. That's just one of the things. So so, you know, we can go back and forth with Dez, unquote, beast or non-beast, but we'll see. He got his hands full with Peters this week. Tomorrow he have to show up and show out. If not, when the ball touches his hand, like Jerry Rice used to say, he got to catch the ball. So we'll see tomorrow. But this team really needs to focus on grinding, pounding, and getting the ball up the field, you know, that way everything will work out. Byram has to play out of his mind against the Travis Kelce. Yeah, he does. He have to figure out a way to slow him down. And then also, it's not just Byram. Jones had to play out his mind. The strong side linebacker, he have to really stay focused too as well. If they're gonna bracket coverage Travis Kelce, and if they're gonna put a man on him like Byram Jones, bumping him, you know, at the line, then the linebacker got to know that's where the read is going to be at too as well. So he had to play disciplined football. So whether that be number 57 out there, or whether they switch and slide Jalen Smith into the flats, and hopefully they don't, because it changes direction. It's just not going to be that great, because Travis Kelce that brother can run a route. So it's just one of those things that the two of them have to play responsible football. And if they're on the middle deep routes, the safety, and I'm going to mention this name, Jeff Heath, he must step it up this game. If not, man, Travis Kelce is when he gets beyond the sticks, the routes that takes him 15 yards or more. Jeff Heath must step it up. This is from Bubbleberry Boy. Jay, stop hating. Why are you even here? You know, but you know, we want people to have different opinion. We want people to express their thoughts and their concerns about their team, whether or not they think Jeff Heath is the best of the business, or whether or not they think he sucks. You know, whether or not they have trust and faith in number 96, or whether or not they think that he was a reach when we picked him. You know, things like that. You know, I really support the difference of opinions, but keep in mind, those who have different opinions, once you change their mind and you try to change them, it says, why change a person's opinion? Because when you try to change it, you know, when a person is convinced against his will, sometimes they still of the same opinion still, you know. But if Jeff Heath is trash, Star Woods, please, that's not Jalen Smith. The thing is, Woods is small. You know, he's not that big. He got a cornerback frame. And of course, you look back over the years, you can look at some cornerbacks or safeties that's his size. But I don't think that Woods have the size to play on the NFL level as a every down safety, you know. So hopefully next off season he'll be able to step it up a little bit. We saw how he shed some, you know, woofed on some tackles last game, and he made a big mistake in the Green Bay game too as well. So it's just one of those things where you got rookies out there, and then you have Jeff Heath out there, who is his quote unquote first year playing as a starter, all these reps, and he's kind of like, believe it or not, his third or fourth year, right? Going into his fifth. He's kind of like a rookie himself out there, you know. But take care, Law Nations. I've got to go. I have a great day. Yeah, you have a great day, Ron Smith. Salute to you and your family. You guys have a good one out there. Barry B, I agree, Dez will be a threat, just not like he used to be. Yeah, you know, need to figure out, and that's from Barry B. They need to figure out a way to get Dez the ball, you know, sooner than later, because if not, once he becomes what you call that, stale out there, then he just don't be that much of a mix in the mix. The difference with Romo and Dak for Dez is the fact that he puts it up there for Dez, you know, to get it. And that's from Amari Edmond. Yeah, two different, you know. I mean, let's look at it from this aspect of it, right? Desmond Bryant, always been a jump ball guy, right? Never been like the crisp route runner, right? And Tony Romo always been a guy that was more like Brett Favre, who were willing to take that risk, you know. And Dak Prescott has always been like Alex Smith. He actually will say that he studied Alex Smith game plan. We would take the underneath routes and play to live another day. And you're just not going to get that from a Dak Prescott to Dez. Now, granted, Dak Prescott problems is that his deep ball doesn't have that angle that you would like to see out there, right? And believe it or not, Dak do have a strong arm, you know, as it relates to the intermediate and the smaller routes. He can get the ball out to the edge. And I saw that several times, and even got the ball out so fast on one play against Green Bay to bounce off T. Will's body and pick six, you know. But the thing is, we are comparing Dak Prescott's second year opposed to Tony Romo 8th or 9th or 10th or 11th. You know, you see what I'm saying? A year in the league, and that just you're just not going to get apples and apples with that. Can you imagine Tony Romo first year? You know, if he was able to start, you know, it won't be the same. Can you imagine Tony Romo's second year? He was undrafted for a reason. It took Tony Romo 3 years to even get out there on the field. Now, is the guy cerebral and smart and intelligent and elusive? Yes. You know, Tony Romo is all those things, but he also a gunslinger. Now, do Tony Romo have a better touch on the deep ball? Hell yes, you know. But the problem is that Tony Romo's mind is there, you know, but his physical frame and development of his body is not there. If you put Tony Romo and Dak Prescott body, maybe, and you put not just Tony Romo and Dak Prescott body, but the temperament to work out and stay in shape, now you're talking about a beast of a player. But his health fell on him, and we all know that the story down the road there. And then one can argue and say, well, Dak Prescott never had, well, Des Bryant to Tony Romo was just on the latter end of his stages, and earlier stages of Tony Romo, he never had an offensive line. 2006, 2007, Cowboys had 3 Pro Bowlers on that offensive line. Look it up. Tell me otherwise, you know. But neither here nor there, you know. It's Dak time. It's his season, and we just got to roll with what we have. And hopefully tomorrow, run first, run, pass, run, pass. Get the opposition weak, tired. Get them, bully them. Let them know that we have the best offensive line in the world, you know, and let them know that we have one of the best running backs out there in the backfield. We win time of possession for one, and we win the mental and the physical aspect of the game. This will be a W. If we try to go beyond that, if we go pass, run, if we go 3 and out, then it's going to be one long of a day. Yes, indeed. Here's Jay Hustle. Is that Jay Hustle or Hustle? Yeah, dude, you are off with Dak. Dak is one of the most accurate arms out there, young guys. Why throw down the field when you're trying to control the clock? Yes, that's exactly what I'm preaching to. Maybe you're talking to somebody else in the subcategory of that frame. Yes, he's accurate. Yes, he can throw the ball with spin and all that jazz. But his deep ball, think balls 30 yards or beyond, it's just not that favorable of a number. And if they are, they're just kind of watered down stats, because he just take those many attempts. Not saying he's a dink and dunk, because he's beyond that. We all proved that in stats and numbers last year. He's not a dink and dunk quarterback, but where he plays at the best is underneath routes, and he takes what the opposition gives him. He doesn't give the opposition to take. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a different type of formats, for a different type of mindset. It's a different type of team. You know, this is a run first team. So those are things that we have to understand. Good morning from Patel. Good morning to you and your family. All right. And play action game is better with speed. Yeah, you're right. And that's Draven. You know, why even does throw down the field? The receiver dropped the dang on ball anyways from Jay. Yeah, receiver, we need some better receivers on the outside of the T Wills and the Bryce Butlers of the world, right? The surest hands that we have is Cole Beasley, and we all know what he's going to do, and old man Witt. Those are the guys who have the best hands on the team. When the ball touches their hand, they 9 times out of 10 they catch it. You know, ball touches Dez hands. If he's up in the air, it's 50-50. T Will is whether or not it hit his body or whether or not he's perfectly on the route. And then we never know what we're going to get with number 19. That's how the cookie falls, you know, crumbles with that. But the game plan is still the same. Run, pass. Run, pass. Until you get tired of it, and then you run the ball some more. Problem is with our defense, it's great and all, but we need someone else besides DTS to Sean Lee's and to Sean. Yeah, man, we need somebody out there to be a playmaker out there in the secondary. Maybe that was our Woozy a guy. I do know that Lewis is one of those guys that once he started to learn the plays out there in the backfield, he will be the next playmaker out there for us. But hopefully it'll be probably, you know, some later part of this year. Bobby J. Johnson, do you think Bryce Butler need to start versus Daz? I think you said Daz. No, not that aspect of it. Bryce Butler cannot hold a freight that much, but I think that down the line we need to figure out somehow, some way to get somebody who can run crisp routes and can be a force out there and be respectable out there, because we do know that Dez is getting long in the tooth, and it would just be smart to go ahead and look for that replacement. Run, pass, run, pass. That's what I'm talking about, my Cowboys family. Don't forget to go out and follow his page. He got great content and great stuff for you guys to watch and listen to as well. Come to Dallas, I'll take you to the store and teach you. That's from Jay. Yeah, you know, we all need to learn, right? I think DMC is a better back over Morris and Smith at this moment. That's from my Cowboys family. Yeah, the numbers will support that too as well. The Cowboys always have a favor system, meaning that if somebody that they like, from a coaching aspect, they will start that player versus the skill set, and that's just how it goes, guys. You know, do you think that Rico Gathers need to be on the bench right now? No. You know, do you think collectively Rico Gathers, if you want to try to, you know, play a position where you can win off of sheer size, frame, matchup, and would you rather have number 87, or would you rather have the other kid, Blake Barron, whoever the guy is out there, versus a Rico? Come on. And if they say it's the playbook aspect of it, if it's the concussion that he had, then that's just a lot of tongue in cheek. We all know that this kid should be able to be out there on the field. He should be getting his reps in, and I really think that he's good in run pro, or he's running the ball or blocking, what have you, even at this stage. But we are not out there coaching. But we all know it's all about politics with this coaching staff. It's all about Jerry Jones putting the people that he wants out there. And it's just one of those things that we always had this notion, even when it was like in the late 90s and the early 2000s. Coaching staff always had these quirky ways of picking players and keeping them just a hair too long, you know, and not getting rid of them sooner, you know. Zeke versus Hunt, gonna be interesting. Yeah, that's from South of Heaven, 88. Yeah, Rico is in the red zone. Yeah, Chris Shaw. Yeah, you're right, man. You can talk about a 6'8" guy, you know, that shouldn't have a problem jump balling with him, you know. Let me see who else we have here. Man, he wasn't a starter. This from Josh Manning, 24. He wasn't a starter. He did play with the first and maybe the second strings, I believe that's what you're saying. Yes, but it's just one of those things. Law Nation, is it true after the game Zeke has one more court appearance for the final verdict? Yeah, that's true. The Zeke situation is very interesting. Administration brief a stay or something like that. To me, this is my opinion. The NFL looked at the chart, they looked at the ratings, they looked at, okay, people protesting the flag, people talking about concussions, people are tuning away from the football. We got you Papa John's talking about situations where they're losing money, and Pizza Hut coming out saying, well, our numbers looking pretty good. You know what I mean? So you got all these things, you add them up into one. You even got the subpoena from Colin Kaepernick of the owners, whereas you thinking to yourself like, okay, all these things is negative imagery as far as the press of the NFL. The best way that they can do is who's the highest ticket out there, right? Who's going to bring the numbers up? That's the Cowboys. And who's the number one merchandising out there? Dak Prescott and number 21 Ezekiel Elliott jerseys, right? That's money. That's revenue dollars going towards the NFL collectively. If the kid don't play, then those eyeballs and those people that reach into their pocket, 9 times out of 10, they won't buy that particular merchandise. So what we do, we come up with like an administration, a brief, a stay, whatever it may be. And you have this case to be stretched out a little bit further. To me personally, the NFL know that the ratings were going to be down, and they say, okay, well, we're going to have Ezekiel Elliott out here for one more game, you see. And it's just one of those things, man, that we can't control that portion of it. Because think about it. Think about this. The ratings for Friday, when the news was announced that, because it's dry, it's basically dry. What else are they going to talk about? The Watson kid injury and somebody else, some Fisher. some Fisher Kid, something like that, and dance celebrations, whatever they may talk about on Friday. It wasn't really pulling that much eyeballs. But Friday, the NFL did everybody a favor. ESPN number spiked when they announced the news that Ezekiel Elliott will play. NFL Network had extra topics to talk about. You turn on every major outlet radio. First Take, ESPN, they talk about Zeke playing again, on again, off again situation. They drug this thing out for ratings, and we all know it, you know. Those who've been following the Cowboys for a long time. It can be a guy tonight, go to Cleveland, a football player, and just slap everybody at a strip club or a bar. We would never hear about it. But let a Cowboy guy just so happen to be with him, you know. Oh, this player, ex-Cowboy player with this said player in Cleveland, you know, they love to put our name in the mix, and it's just how it is, you know. Let me see. The Papa John dude really going to lose money. Should have kept his mouth shut. That's from Barry B. Yes, you know, he should have shut up, because at the end of the day, you know, if his numbers were down because of the ratings and people turning away from the football game, figure out another way to craft your numbers. But now you're going to put a bullseye on your back, and people are going to say, well, you know, this guy feels this way about this segment of a population. Well, I'm never going to buy a Papa John pizza, you know. He could have just shut up and just be proud about selling his pizzas. But, you know, that's a story of another day. Law, who you got Sunday? I got Cowboys all day. I think it's going to be a 31-24 game to me personally. I think we pull out a way to win. If they don't score 24 points before the fourth quarter, it'd be a 31-13 type of game. Believe it or not, that's how I'm feeling. Now, and there's Cowboys with 30-plus points. You know, I don't think that this Cowboys team is going to score no less than 30 points. That's just how it rolls, you know, with the aspect of running the ball and the way Prescott take good care of the ball, and the defense bend it but don't break it. That's what I feel, you know. Not trading Dez, you know, the other team oppositions, what they're going to get from them, you know, and who you going to trade them to, you know. Matter of fact, this is from Jay. I think Noah's going to be replacement of Dez down the line. Noah need to do these things right here. Noah need to find a way to get speed. He need to find a way to develop his route running. And that's just the two things that Noah needs to do. Now, as far as his hands and his ability to catch, I think he has soft hands. I think he can catch, you know. But that's just my quick scouting report on Noah Brown. He can catch, but he need to work on his route trees. And we just need to figure out, can he get separation from the line of scrimmage, you know. Those are other things that I need to look at from Noah, you know, because he had those issues at Ohio, you know. So we need to figure those things out. Can he block, and can he be one of those aggressive guys down the field, you know, as far as blocking? Yes, you know. But for my Cowboys family, Noah Brown will probably be inactive tomorrow. Thigh injury, yeah. So if he got injuries or anything like that, he may be inactive. Noah Brown is slow. Dallas don't need another slow receiver. You know, it's from Jay Farm. Jay Hudson, I agree. The future, maybe not soon. Yeah, so those are things, yeah, that we look at from here. See what we got. So with that, I really 43 minutes. I'm trying to give you guys for a couple more minutes, man, in the fray. But just put your score prediction down. Put down how long you've been following the team too as well, where you're from, because I'm about to wrap this thing up and close it out. I really thank everybody for tuning in and watching in and tuning in to the Law Nations and supporting the channel for the film reviews. That's been a plus. I had so many people who love the film review that I do as well, and supporting me on PayPal. I thank you guys too as well, and supporting the channel on Facebook and other media outlets. 43-37. Oh man, Jay, man, we really want to talk, man, about that 37 points that the Chiefs gonna get if Sean Lee is out there. Much love to everybody. 34-21. I'm kind of feeling that flavor, my Cowboys family. I'm thinking 31-24, but 34-21, I can live with that. 30-17, Dallas win, Chris. Yeah, you know, KC 22, Dallas 36. I can live with that, you know. We forgot to mention Nugent I hope he can make the kicks when it kick. 34-31. Oh man, Dallas. That's a game that we're gonna be at the edge of our seats. 9-year season ticket holder, Hall of Fame, section 122, row 6 and 7, seat 1 and 2. A member of the Star Elite. You need tickets. If you need tickets, yeah, Jay Farm, I'm gonna really hit you up when the next time I come to the game. I know your section. I'm going to really copy and paste and put this in my notes right here. Okay, I got you copied and paste, and I'm gonna put you in my notes. So whenever I come to the game, I can reach out to you personally. I'm in the Dallas area, so it won't be hard at all to see some of you guys, shake you guys' hand, and thank you guys for supporting it and tuning in to the channel. Right, I don't sell my tickets, but that's good. You know, Josh Manning 24, he said I don't sell my tickets. Well, I understand that, you know, but please do from Jay. Yeah, Zeke 150 yards. Yeah, before we run to as well, you guys put your stats prediction down too as well, and start them, sit them. If you got fantasy teams, let us know before we run to as well, who to start, who to sit. And I think he said 150 yards tomorrow. That's all purpose, my Cowboys family, or that just 150 yards flat from running? Let me know. Madden 15 and more Xbox games play. Byron Jones. Yeah, Josh Manning 24. Guys, let me know. Zeke 200 yards total. That's from Barry B. And Salars, what's up? Was it Hiri? Yeah. Ooh, you talking about 150 yards collectively, my Cowboys family? Running the ball, man, that's gonna be one hell of a game for Zeke. 150. That'll be his 3rd or 4th game in a row with 125 plus yards. You know, Chief have the 28 ranked D. Oh, they do. Ooh, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see this game tomorrow. Media access. Beasley 100 yards. If Beasley get 100 yards, man, that's gonna be one crazy game. Can you possibly do a video of Dennis Smith Jr. current development? Yeah, I'd probably look at Dennis Smith tape, you know, see what he's looking like down the line, you know. My wife is a pharmacist at CVS. Hey, I can get you fired. Hey guys, don't put all your business out there, you know. Tell you where your wife work at, you know. That's how you keep the bread and butter at the home, you know. Zeke is fired to be sure. He should play vicious and mean. They are the 27th in passing. Oh, it's gonna be a good game tomorrow. You know what? I can't wait to look at some films on this Kansas City team. But collectively, guys, I really thank you guys for tuning in. That's been my time. I really thank you guys for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace.